This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Bob, I want to ask you one more thing about Dr. Sebi, his recent passing. Your thoughts about that? Because people want me to ask you about that. It happened yesterday, August 6th, and there's conflicting information about what really happened. Some people say he died in Mexico. Some people say he died in Honduras.
Yeah, well, I have no idea. I just know the questions that need to be asked is how did he go into the Supreme Court barefooted and win that case he had out of California? Well, there's a possibility he could have, but I'm not buying it. How did he win that case? He went in, not a lawyer, he went in and won it. So I suspect that he was killed. Why? I have no idea why you'd be killed. Usually when you get conflicting news that go around the world, that's white folk. What black person got the power to put conflicting news out? Why? So if you did the research and find out how many people went there to be cured and end up dying.
That's right.
You might not get nothing, and then you might. If you get something, then you know. You know. When did NBC run it? When CBS run it? You didn't get it from them.
That's right.
So when they understand the network that we have, somebody called me, I was traveling. They said, you know, Dr. Sebi died. I said, oh, I didn't know. When? And I heard the same conflict. Some say he had a large amount of money, and some didn't talk about the money. And so then again, we go back to PrINce. The day, 24 hours after PrINce was dead, they said it was drugs, they said it was HIV. Now, go back. 24 hours before he died, they showed us the concert, all the network that he did in Atlanta. One-man show. He did 2 of them that night. Go back and look at it.
Yes, sir.
And I think if you're going to run this, you should get a snippet of that. And look how strong he was. 2 shows. He don't look like somebody that's going to die in 24 hours. Then the next thing we know, he dead on 24 hours. April the 20th. You know what April the 20th is? Hitler's birthday.
That's right.
Hitler's birthday. How'd they celebrate his birthday? Purple. Purple. Hitler's birthday. Purple. Now we look around, and he's on a private plane, flying from Atlanta to where? Minnesota. It stopped, carried him to a hospital 40 miles outside of Chicago. When you're in an airplane, 40 miles and 400 miles is the same. So why didn't they take him to Chicago where they got all them good hospitals? Why did they take him to some little hospital nobody ever heard of? Now watch this. When somebody with his power, went to a little hospital, how come the press didn't come in from all over the world and go interview? You haven't seen nobody interviewed from that hospital. How come? The news people covered it, one of the big stories going. How come nobody was questioned at the hospital? Then you look back and say, well, wait a minute. Who owns the charter plane? Who owns that plane? Warren Buffett. Who ain't nothing but a thug and a whore. Now, let's go back to September the 11th. The World Trade Building. They said, well, how could they do that without knowing how to fly a plane? He said, well, he went to simulating school in Florida. Well, who owned the simulating school? Warren Buffett. Now, if you was playing baseball and you pitching to me,
Mm-hmm.
you know how small that home plate looks?
Mm.
So how you gonna hit it on the first strike? Every one of them planes was hit on the first strike. Huh?
Mm.
That's impossible. And then you start seeing it. You start seeing the federal government all over the world. Huh? One lie after another, after another, after another. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Then they tell us Malaysian airline disappeared. A Greyhound bus can't disappear. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Malaysian airline is in Diego Garcia, an island owned by the British, rented by the United States where they do their dirty work. Hmm? That's what this is about. I know this and NBC don't know it. I know it and the CIA don't know it. Hmm? Something ain't right. Well, it is right. It's a game. And finally, let me say this to black folks that talk about, look what the Jews as they, wait, ho. A lot of black folk can grab the Jews because you know if you mess with somebody else, they'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Just like we mess with our children. Huh? Them white boys down on the job, they call you everything, they ain't gonna mess with them. Come home, mess with my wife and my children. Now, think about this for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The Jews was cut loose from slavery 9,000 years ago by the Egyptians.
That's right.
In the Christian Bible, it says the universal God. Not the Baptist church, the Muslim church said, I'm coming tonight. If you put the blood on the door, I'll bypass you. You know about this story?
Yes, sir.
We're talking about the same God that made the stars, the moon, the sun, the oceans, every mosquito. And that God don't know I'm in there unless I put some blood out there. Y'all crazy. Huh? Y'all crazy. It's a game, man. And so here in America, we've been cut loose from slavery 350 years. Go back and find the Jews that was cut loose 9,000 years ago and count their first 350. They act the same as we did. So now you expect me to act the way Jewish people act that have been cut loose from slavery 9,000 years and I just been cut loose, huh? Cut loose for less than 400. And everybody's talking about police brutality. Let me tell you, Trump don't scare me. I know he's a fool and he's crazy and he a thug and he a hoodlum. He don't scare me. What scares me is black folks have asked me about Trump and have never asked me about these black folks being killed by white cops. That's scary, man. That's scary. Hmm? So when you look at Trump, this is a game, huh? And so, hold that for 1 minute.